Martin Luther King Jr., born in January 15, 1929. He was born as Michael, but then he changed into Martin. It seems like a tradition in the family. Both his grandfather and father served as pastor at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta from 1914 to 1931. Dr. King helped his father as co-pastor at the church until his father died. He attended segregated public school in Georgia and graduated at age 15. He received a BA degree at Morehouse College in 1948. It is a distinguished Negro institution in Atlanta, which both his father and grandfather had their graduation. After 3 years study of theological study at Crozer Theological Seminary in Pennsylvania, he was elected president of predominantly white class senior and was awarded BD in 1951. Dr. King enrolled in Boston University, completing his doctorate and finished in 1955. There, he met love of his life, Coretta Scott, an artistic attainment. They married in 18 June in 1953. Their marriage were blessed with 2 sons and 2 daughters named Martin Luther King III, Yolanda King, Bernice King, and Dexter King. In 1954, he became a pastor of Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama. As a member of Executive Committee of National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the leading organization of its kind. In December 1955, Dr. King led the first Great Negro Nonviolent Demonstration of contemporary times in the United States regarding a bus boycott that lasted for 382 days. On December 21st, 1956, after the Supreme Court of United States had declared unconstitutional the law requiring segregation of the buses, the Negroes and the white rode the buses as equal. During the boycott days, Dr. King was arrested several times, his home were bombed, he was abused, but at the same time he emerged as a Negro leader of the first rank. He was elected as president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference in 1957. The ideal of this organization he took from Christianity, but it's operational from Gandhi. Throughout these 11 years against injustice, he traveled 6 million miles and spoke over 2,500 speeches and appearing wherever there was injustice and protest. His massive protest in Birmingham, Alabama had caught the entire world attention. He called that as Coalition of Conscience. He also wrote a few books and thousands of speeches that stresses on manifesto of Negro Revolution. He planned the drives in Alabama for the registration of Negroes as voters. He directed a peaceful march in Washington, D.C. of 250,000 people to whom he delivered his address, I Have a Dream. He conferred with President John F. Kennedy and campaigned for President Lyndon B. Johnson. He was awarded 5 honorary degrees, was named Man of the Year by Time magazine in 1963, and became not only the symbolic leader of American blacks, but also a world figure. During April 4, 1968, the world was shocked by a sudden news that Dr. King was fatally killed while he was standing at the Lorraine motel balcony. The great nonviolent civil disobedience leader really made his followers and supporters despair due to his death. Dr. King was killed by James Earl Ray, a fugitive from Missouri State Penitentiary. He then tried to run away, but the police managed to capture him in London at Heathrow Airport, extradited to the United States. After he died, they celebrate his death every 3rd Monday on January. Usually, they will march, day to reflect, To be thankful, Day of Teaching Nonviolent Philosophy and Strategy, a day of getting involved in nonviolent action for social and economic progress.
Okay, what I really adore, I really admire from Dr. Kim, actually his passion. He is really passionate even though he know what the struggle that he's facing, but still he insists to keep on going, to keep on fight for what his for the right for his people, and he really has the patience to change what is called the constant. So even though white people trying to to jeopardize all these black people, but still he still has this willingness to fight for his people, and I really admire his passion for that.
Dr. Kim is my role model because he have good leadership skill. So he is believed to be a transformation leader based on the vision, and step he took to see is a vision to help us better understand the comparison. Let's take a look at the four components of transformation leadership. So the first one is inspiration, motivation. Refer to the leader ability to motivate and inspire his followers, combined with the leader's influence, inspiration, motivation, consistent charisma. So that's all. Thank you so much.
The value that I learned from Dr. Martin is he give me a lesson is that we should cultivate ourselves with the courage to do something.
Value about Dr. Martin Luther King that I inspire is Dr. King believed that all people are brothers and sisters. He believed that operation of any part of the human family hurt the whole human family. He envisioned a day when people of all colors, nations, and religions could sit down at the table of brotherhood. He called his ideal the beloved community, and it included every human